Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into CKB, Nervos Network. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, CKB, what we're looking for confirmation of a bear market is this death cross, okay, weekly death cross, and you can see we're losing support just here and we're coming down. This is quite a big sell-off for CKB, okay, but we've not necessarily lost this low just yet, and there is a chance that the correction is done. If we're looking at Bitcoin and we're looking at retracement, like I said to you in the summer when Bitcoin came down and it actually corrected and formed the lows, and when it started to spring back up, that's where opportunity was in the altcoins, and a lot of the altcoins did break out, okay, and this was the low in the summer last year. You know, even buying this dip down here was fruitful. You know, if you come down here buying this dip, you was looking at 352%, you know, upside on CKB to come up and retest these highs. Okay, at this point we did get rejected. We failed to close above that key level resistance. Okay, that's where we ran into resistance, and with that we started to come back. So for me, there is a potential that the correction is done, okay, because like I said to you, we're looking at the low in Bitcoin, we're looking at creating that beautiful triple bottom or double bottom structure, looking for the breakout of resistance. If it does, then you're going to see a lot of upside in altcoins, and I do believe that CKB is one of those coins. Okay, so for me, what I like to see when we're coming down, I like to see waves basically, and you know, the market moves in 5 waves. So for example, let's say that, okay, this is a bear market for CKB. Okay, let's have a look at this. So this is some kind of bear market fractal right now. Okay, and we've rolled into a bear market. We've got our bull market confirmation just there on this weekly time frame. Okay, we lowballed out here in when was that? That was 2020 November. I mean, if you could go back there and buy that dip, okay, you might be saying the same about this dip, where you know, potentially when you was up there, you were saying the same about that dip. Like I said to you, people don't want to buy dips. They don't like buying dips, but at the minute, this is still a high low. Okay, it is still a high low, so structurally it's okay. Okay, it's when you start to lose this low, it's not very good, and you're going to start coming deeper. Okay, and potentially, you know, you're getting into bear market confirmation. But the human psychology is they don't like to buy dips. Okay, because the fear of it dipping even more. And obviously, you got the saying to catch a falling knife. But for me, I do think that Nervos Network CKB is a fantastic project. That's why I started covering it. Now, just here we have got some kind of big descending triangle. We've come down with potentially, you can see without me dropping it in, we've met the technical target. But what I like to see is 5 waves down or 3 waves in any direction. So for me, look, we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, and a potential 5th wave, which could be done. You know, the correction right here could be over. So even if this is the bear market rearing its head, like I said to you, you still get a retracement. Okay, come in like that and you do something like that. This was the top just there. Well, essentially that was the bull market top, sorry. You know, and what you've done, you've come down is corrective wave, impulsive wave. So this is some kind of dead cat bounce to that, and right now you're just making a series of lower highs where you get your price compression, and then towards the end there you're going to capitulate. But aside from that, there's always opportunity here and here, okay, to come back up. Okay, so it's all about finding a low. So right now, if Bitcoin's lowballed out, this is a fantastic entry point in CKB, because you start to come back up and repel this EMA death cross, okay, which is a negative thing. You don't want to see it because it does confirm a bit of a capitulation event in your projects in a bear market. Okay, some projects create it and come back up and hold and back test and invalidate it, but especially Bitcoin, if we ever see a death cross on Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's not a good thing. Okay, and some alts can throw false signals basically. So it's all about the top 2 dogs, your Bitcoin and Ethereum. If they're not printing them crosses, it's a good thing, but if they are printing them crosses, it's a bad thing basically. And you know, we've been targeting it on Bitcoin and it's not necessarily printed it yet. It still could do, obviously, you know, but there's certain alts that have printed it as well, but they've come down in 5 ways and looking like they potentially might have lowballed out. So you know, in the summer here, I would have been saying, look, you know, you've lowballed out, look at the wicks. Okay, you've got your support, you've come down in your 5 waves. Like I said to you, look, you've come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see the 3rd wave. Look at the power of that just there. Look at the big 3rd wave just there. So essentially you've mirrored this. So you've come down in 5 waves and then you've come up in an ABC. Okay, so with this potentially is some kind of ABC correction. Okay, some kind of irregular flat correction running flat, that potentially this is just a big wave 4, you know, and we're looking at something like this. I'm no Elliott wave specialist, by the way. You know, potentially what we've got a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3, and we've got a 4 right now, and this 4th wave has not lost this low, which is really, really important as well, which validates this particular scenario. And right now we're missing this 5th wave for CKB. So you know, there could be a potential here that this particular target that I've laid down in the past from there to there, you know, the minimal 1618 at around about 12 cents could actually still be on the table here, and you could be looking at some explosive breakout of around about 975% at a bare minimal for CKB to come up the stairs. And it's like literally going back in time and buying that dip just there, okay, which is what this dip is just there. Because at the end of the day, if you'd have bought this dip in the summer and rode this all the way up, you're still in profit, okay, probably not much, but you know, you're still in profit. So we take a look at that dip just there, you're still in profit around about 44%, so it's nothing to moan about, is it? You know, so like I said to you, I think potentially what you're doing, you've come up swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, you've rested on this swing high, you're holding it as support, you're coiling up, okay. If you start to come down and lose that low, it's negative, really negative. But have you lost it yet? No, you've not. So if you start to hold this low and you've come down in these 5 waves as well, then potentially CKB could be one of the best altcoins that I'm giving you going forward. It could be comparable to AVAX and Solana that I gave you. The previous mountain down here was saying to you, look, AVAX and Solana's looking pretty tasty. I think Harmony One as well did around a 10x. AVAX did around a 10x. I think Solana did around about a 12x. You know, and no one ever wants to buy the opportunity or feels like it is opportunity. But you know, there's no guarantees, obviously. But right now, if we lowballed out down in these 5 waves, start to coil up, create some reversal pattern down here on the weekly time frame, and start to come back up and get back above these EMAs, this could be a fantastic trade going forward. You know, from this point right here, we could be looking at a beautiful upside of around about 983%. So you know, I'm going to zoom in and see what I can see. You know, there's no guarantees, like I said to you. That's a key low right now, okay, that's a key low at 0.07. You lose that, yeah, it's really negative, and you can see you're coming in for a deeper correction and the wave count's invalid here. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, it's invalid because you're losing wave 1, but you can see just there you've not closed below this wave 1. So this wave 1, wave 2, okay, and then this big monster wave 3, and this is some kind of irregular running flat ABC correction of wave 4, okay. Now if it starts to come down and loses this low, especially this high here, this invalidates this Elliott wave theory, because you can't come any lower than wave 1 basically, okay. So the bottom could be in potentially. You come down these 5 waves, okay, so you've got some kind of 5 3 5 irregular correction right there, okay. Like I said, I'm not a massive Elliott wave theory in it because it's so sort of subjective, isn't it? You can do anything with Elliott wave theory, but anyway, we're holding the lows, and that's the most important thing. We've come up impulsively, correctively, and right now we're corrected down to this low. We're holding it in a higher low structure, so if we can create this sort of reversal pattern down here, this could be an amazing trade going forward. Let's have a look on the daily time frame and see what's going on, okay. So on the daily, we're sort of coiling up a little bit here. You've got this kind of beautiful little wicks. Let me look at the RSI. So the RSI is in the floor, look at that, and you're creating a big bearish divergence, bullish divergence, I said bearish, sorry. You've got a big bullish divergence there, okay, so you've got lower highs, lower lows in the price action, sorry, I'm a bit croaky today, lower lows in the price action, you've got higher lows in the RSI, so you potentially on the cusp of some breakout here, retracing to this high, okay, once you get that retracement in, then I do think you're going to start to work through the fibs. So that's basically CKB, but right now, you know, you can put a trade on Bybit, basically. The link is in each every single video description to start to come back up the stairs and attack these highs, okay. My stop loss would actually be down here right now, okay. If you do start to fall through that, then you can see you've not got your 5 waves down, you're looking to come even lower. Now one thing that you could do here for CKB, if you're a bit more responsible than I am, is wait for a breakout above these EMAs on the daily, holding back to some support. Once you start to do that, put in a lovely little long on Bybit and ride it up, okay, all the way to this retracement to there, because that in itself, you know, because this is what you see. Even if you are in a bear market, you do start to retrace, and you start to come up to retrace to get rejected. So from this point right here, you know, if we do start to come up, you're looking at a beautiful retracement of around about 208% just to come back up to the top of this leg here, okay, and this potential big ABC correction that we've got on the cards here for CKB, coming down A, B, potential C leg like that. Now obviously if it starts to roll any deeper, you've got a deeper C leg, and this in fact was a bear market. It is a bear market, okay. It's all about this high just there, this wave 1 high. Lose that, it's negative. Hold it, pretty good. Okay, take care everyone. Back soon with another update on CKB. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.